Don't analyze shit. Don't even know that a fucking football is involved. Fucking retards.
What else is happening?
I hate to fucking play the goddamn fucking data analyst card, but I'm a goddamn data analyst. My fucking superpower is being able to know what to look like in order to fucking determine what's going to happen. That's my fucking superpower. I do that on the fucking daily. Fucking football, only fucking in fantasy could a dumb fuck like Tim fucking go 10 and fucking 3. There's no fucking other way.
I don't know if you've paid much attention to the outside world, but our last two presidents are Donald Trump and Joe Biden. So
I know. It's on top of all fucking that. Like, I'm so fucking fed up with the goddamn world. Like, if God came down and fucking a flood came, I wouldn't be like, why? It'd be like, yeah, probably. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
And fuck Democrats. You know what? Fuck them too. God damn it.
Yeah,
the whole Joe Manchin thing's got me fucking pissed off. Too.
Are you anti Joe Manchin or are you pro Joe Manchin?
It's fucking amazing. That fucking schmuck has been saying for how long that he's not voting for this shit because it costs too much. There's too much shit in it. And those jackasses have the fucking balls to say, oh, we were totally caught off guard. What? He said he was going to work with us. No, he didn't. He fucking never said that. You fucking hacks. You goddamn fucking hacks. You and Cuomo fucking, they can go into the basement and just lift and just don't be a part of society anymore because you're not contributing to fucking anything. Nothing. Fuck the squad too. Those fucking dumbasses. Fucking, and you know what? Fuck their followers because they're eating this shit up. They are literally eating this shit up. Fucking ignorant. I am so fucking disappointed and disgusted with this goddamn country. It is fucking amazing how many stupid. You know, they're right. Americans are fucking stupid. Fucking Europe was right. We're fucking stupid. As a whole, we're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You're not wrong. Definitely not wrong. Hey, but I mean, on a more important note, January 6th happened.
Oh my God.
We have got to focus everything. Anything and everything we can focus on January 6th. That's what we got to do because that democracy was almost lost that day. I don't know if you're aware.
Speaking
democracy was almost thrown to the bottom of the ocean by that goddamn bitch from Titanic.
Speaking of, are we live? Are we fucking live yet?
Oh, we're live.
Oh, good. Because I'm fucking, speaking of that, fucking say what you will about January 6th. I think me and you have differing opinions, but that dumb Cheeto motherfucker. Fucking, he's having a press conference on January 6th. Like, you fucking tone deaf motherfucker. God damn. Like, oh yeah, let's just have a press conference about January 6th. Like, what the fuck is he gonna say? I mean, he's literally defending himself. Well, not literally, but he's trying to defend himself to like not have the picture that he had anything nefarious to do with it on that day, but yet he has a fucking press conference. You fucking D-bag. What a fucking D-bag move. Like, Jesus Christ. Just can any of these politicians do anything to just calm the fucking conversation down? Can they not just fucking smell their own farts for 2 goddamn seconds? Is that fucking possible? Is it possible?
Well, no, Aaron, we cannot smell our own farts anymore because the COVID has taken our sense of smell. The masks cover it up even farther, and when nobody knows what a fart smells like anymore, God damn it! Merry Christmas.
They're fucking taking out the fun out of everything. And Christmas. Jesus Christ. Fucking Christmas as a parent is fucking terrible. It's fucking terrible. Like, God bless our parents. Because I didn't get a hint of like anger or fucking just the miserable fucking time this is from them. It's just, oh my God. Between fucking threatening the children to take away presents and not take away presents, I'm about this fucking close to just gathering all my children's presents and putting them in the front yard because they've been such assholes and just burning it in front of them. Just literally, if I didn't think they'd come back as serial killers and start with me and Katie, I would burn them in the fucking front yard. I would burn them.
Well, pro tip, by the way, if you don't give your kids anything except boxes and rocks for Christmas, it's really easy to take away their presents and burn them in front of them.
God, I mean, you know what? What a good life lesson. Like, oh, remember that one year that we pissed Dad off so much that he basically burned, $150 worth of fucking presents. Do you remember that? Yeah, were we good the rest of the Christmases? Yes, we were.
There you go. I don't know if it's ever once worked that way like it's supposed to, but it'd be nice.
No, they become the Menendez brothers, and then fucking I'd be in an obituary.
Probably yeah. Menendez.
Yeah.
Are they related to the Bob Menendez from like the senator? Are they?
Probably, because Bob Menendez is probably a piece of shit.
Oh, he's a royal piece of shit.
Then let's start the rumor here. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
He's a Democrat from New Jersey.
No, he's got to be a piece of shit then.
Right. He probably, his gabagoo is probably not the best.
God, fuck Cuomo too. God damn it. Fucking...
Oh, Cuomo. What a man. What a fall from grace for that family.
Oh my God. Like, they deserve it too. They fucking deserve it. I hope they
yeah, absolutely. But
I hope they get
it is rather
hammered.
Entertaining. But the worst part of it all is they're getting hammered for stupid bullshit. And the stuff that really mattered, that like really hurt people, like, I don't know, like 10,000 old people who died unnecessarily.
Right?
That's not what they went down for. No, It was for a bunch of grab ass and political intimidation. But actually killing people, no, that barely a blip on the media horizon.
Speaking of bullshit news stories that fucking, are just distractions from, everything else. So that Harvard, or was it Harvard? No, the Penn State swimmer.
Oh yeah, UPenn. Yeah, Ivy League swimmer. Ivy League trans.
Oh, UPenn, is that their name?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the University of Pennsylvania. But
yeah, UPenn.
38 seconds. Fucking beat every competitor by 38 fucking seconds. You should see the fucking video.
Men fucking rule. God damn it, we're awesome.
Like, where are all the feminists? Where are all the fucking feminists?
Not winning swimming records. That's where they are.
God.
Yeah, you know what where they're not at? On the fucking trophy stand, bitch.
I feel like Mugatu in fucking Zoolander, and just yelling and screaming like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Yeah, pretty much. Much.
Great. You know what? You want to transform yourself into and have lady parts? All fucking for it. But when you're a swimmer, and then you change into a woman and you dominate, like, do you think your motives are strictly you want to be a woman? I don't think so.
Um, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm not sure what the end game is there, but I know like it's you're not gonna see like pharmaceutical industries push back against that because once you're on those hormones, you're on them for life. So that's more money for pharmaceuticals. So they're not gonna push back against that. In fact, they will be like, yeah, be trans. Trans is
Yeah.
awesome. Trans is awesome.
Like you know what, and it's fine, whatever. But like, let's put some fucking perspective in the video. The video of her beating all these other competitors is fucking hilarious because she literally is finished, and the other girls are like 3 laps behind her.
Yeah, like she's like giving her acceptance speech as they're still finishing up who's gonna be second place.
Right, she is like 3 oranges deep and a Capri Sun done by the
Yeah.
time second place comes in.
Speaking of acceptance speeches,
Speaking,
um, yeah. Let me find this. Hill Dog.
Hill Dog, who
Hill
is
Dog.
allegedly a woman,
Allegedly. I
allegedly.
I lean more towards lizard or reptilian cyborg.
Hmm.
If that'd be my guess. Okay, so this is from ABC News. I'll put it up on the screen.
Oh shit, Matt's got a fucking story up. Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, I will have a story up. My internet is still loading.
Well then, let me put this little dead time to just say, if you call yourself a fantasy football expert, you're full of shit. You're fucking a dumbass. If you fucking claim you're a fantasy football expert and you get paid a lot of money, you're a fucking hack and you shouldn't have a job. Only in this day and age can people who give fantasy football advice or people on Instagram who just shake their ass can make millions of dollars for literally not contributing a goddamn thing to society. Literally nothing.
Well, and I'm particularly pissed about that because I've been shaking my ass on Instagram for a
Yeah.
solid 2 years, almost well 2.5 years, and I've yet to make very much money. Like I'm barely getting by here. So like let's see some of those Instagram ass shaking dollars bleed over this way, okay?
And let's be quite frank. A fucking ass shake from McKinley is definitely a $5 pop
Right.
proposition. At
I
least
would
a
do
$5.
I would do full on helicopter, but that'll get you banned off of Instagram. So you got to
Fucking
go to patreon.com
sexist.
slash burning daylight for that.
Fucking sexist. Why can't we?
I know.
Why can't we flash our ball cleavage?
I know. Let the women flash their nips. Let us flash our dicks.
Yeah.
Fair trade.
You
Fair
know what?
trade.
And I'll even shave my balls. Like I will make that sacrifice because nobody
My
likes hairy
balls are
titties.
never not shaved. It's it's an OCD thing. It's not for hygiene. It's strictly for OCD.
You know, my boy from UNC, the Hawaiian,
Mm-hmm.
he always shaved his balls too, and I was always wondering, like, how do you shave them? Do you guys stretch them out like a bat wing? Like what's going on? Because I've done it a couple times, and I've gotten quite a few nicks on good old good old nugs.
The nicks are a problem. I
Oh
would tell
man,
you a product, but they're not paying me to tell you their product is good. But it is a good product. It's on all the podcast circuits. You'll if you've listened to a podcast ever, you've heard about them. So, um, no, it's just nice. It's nice. Like I said, it's an OCD thing. You gotta keep it shorn.
I guess I don't have steady enough hands to shave these bad boys.
Well, we're not using a straight razor here. Jesus.
Well, no.
There's safety measures involved.
I mean, even electric razor, you nick them every once in a while.
Yeah, well,
am
see,
I just
this
fucking
one,
doing it wrong?
no. That's a normal thing. Um, so, yeah, I mean, you just got to be careful. Safety first, then teamwork. That's how it goes. So story we got now is from ABC News, and it is Hillary Clinton reveals emotional message to her mother in acceptance speech. In the speech, she says she would have given.
Her
Yeah, go ahead.
mother, the Kraken.
Is it? Was it Kraken Rodham? Was that her name?
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
I
fuck you,
I
Bill
like
Dog.
it. That's a powerful name, Kraken Rodham.
Kraken
I mean,
Rodham.
I would have voted for Kraken Rodham.
Sorry,
In the speech,
continue.
in the speech, she said she would have given had she won the 2016 presidential election. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton would have challenged the country and spoken to her mother about becoming the first woman elected to the White House, according to excerpts of a video made public Wednesday.
Oh,
Fundamentally, this election challenged us to decide what it means to be an American in the 21st century. And by reaching for unity, decency, and what President Lincoln called the better angels of our nature, Clinton said as she read.
wait. Hillary Clinton was talking about decency.
Yes.
Okay, just want to clarify.
We're living in a simulation, bro. Don't
Oh
forget.
my god, the
Never,
simulator is gonna blow a fucking gasket in my head. That's what his
never,
goal is.
never forget. Clinton said as she read from a draft of her speech, quoting a line from Abraham Lincoln's first inaugural address. We met that challenge. Today, with your children on your shoulders, neighbors at your side, friends, old and new, standing as one, you renewed our democracy. And because of the honor you have given me, you changed its face forever.
Oh god, inspiring.
Clinton is sharing her speech she never gave in a new online class being released through Masterclass, a subscription service. This is promoted material, you motherfuckers. A subscription service where experts, celebrities, and politicians share video classes teaching her skills. I bet you there's a promo code in here somewhere. You cocksuckers. Hillary Clinton, you're good.
You know what's fucking hilarious about the whole thing is not only Donald Trump is thinking about running again, but Hillary Clinton is. Like,
Yeah.
they just keep on feeding us shit.
Okay, but the
Fuck it.
funny thing is, really funny thing is there, like I said, they could have said through an online class that she's giving. No, they had to go. It's being released through Masterclass, and then they had to give a description of what Masterclass is. I have heard this story from no less than 4 podcasts about Hillary Clinton, meaning that every one of those motherfuckers read that article and, like, this is what is wrong with the media. That is a paid article. Nobody on earth wants to hear what Hillary Clinton would have said in 2016 had she won the presidency, because guess what? She didn't win the fucking presidency. Nobody cares. She wants to stay relevant and make money, and guess what? Sponsored content. God
Dude,
damn it.
what are you fucking talking about? Like, I definitely wanted to know what did Dan Quayle ever run for anything?
He
lost.
He ran for VP. You know, I wonder if he has got a copy of his almost acceptance speech on Masterclass.
You know,
promo code move your ass for a dick in your face.
I always wondered what John McCain thought after he lost to Barack.
He was like, fuck, why aren't there people on Antarctica? Because I would sure as hell start a war right there.
It's like that old SNL fucking skit when it's it's the first George W. and whoever he was, what was the caucus, and like George W. Dana Carvey just goes on this fucking nonsensical rant, and fucking was it John? He was playing Dukakis, and he looks at the camera. He's like, "How am I losing to this guy?" Like, it's the same shit, except there's no Dukakis.
One of my favorite SNL skits of all time was when it was Dana Carvey and Will Ferrell, and it was HW and
Oh
W going deer
yes.
hunting.
And he would play. He played with the antlers.
Yeah, well, W did. HW
Mm-hmm.
was strategizing.
And then he smacked the shit. It's like a book out of my house soon. Like
Yeah,
fucking just. Hmm?
yeah,
Listen up, boy.
yeah. It was Mimsy.
Right? Fuck.
uh,
So
did you finish watching the South Park COVID specials?
I didn't. I couldn't get into a man.
Oh
It's like
fuck.
I'm trying.
Oh, they're funny. God damn it, they're funny.
No, I
Uh,
have. I have. Apparently, they're adults now.
yes.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that Stan is as miserable as should be in your 30s.
Did you at least witness the sleepover at Kyle's house?
When Cartman's just railing his fucking Jewish
And
wife.
yes, and just throwing in just like, oh yeah, you like when Abraham said he God, yeah.
Right. I already know where it's going. I can already see the last episode. Cartman reveals that he's just doing it to fuck with Kyle.
um,
I can
actually,
see it.
it's actually even better. It's the along those lines, but it's South Park, man. Come on, yeah, like they're just so good. It's so good. Even though you know where they're going, you don't really know where they're going. Like you got a general idea, but you still don't see it coming.
So I got to apologize to the Burning Daylight Ters. Yes, all the shit in the world's got me really miffed, but really, what's got me miffed is fantasy football. I lost by 2 fucking points tonight, 73-75, which is
Oh,
a
dude.
very fucking Tim score.
Yeah.
Gaskins, Flores in Miami. Here, why don't you here? Let me throw this logic at you. Head coach, he's on the cusp of making the playoffs, and his star running back has been out with COVID, even though he hasn't had many symptoms. He decides that the running back they just fucking signed is going to start and play majority of the snaps. Like that's some Vic Fangio of the Broncos fucking dumbass shit. So here, let me just say right now, Miami Dolphins, you got my Miami Dolphins fans. Fuck, I hope your fucking team doesn't make the playoffs, and I fucking hope they become the Bears. Okay? All right. That's cleared. Son of a
Well,
bitch.
these COVID makeup games treated me pretty well. I bet on them and I won pretty good, so that worked.
I've been talking to Scurry, and he said you didn't even set a lineup most times. Is
Oh,
that
in that
true?
league, I have not looked at that league one time.
Unfucking believable. And you're fucking winning. You're between you not giving a shit and fucking dumbass Tim 10-3. Like I'm done. I'm not doing fantasy football next year. It is
Well,
so I'm not spending money on it. I'm fucking done.
no, like the leagues that I paid to get into, I actually try, and I'm not doing that great this year. Like okay, but not that great. But the league that I'm in with Scurry, no, I've never paid my entry, and
Of course you
I
fucking
did
have.
a I didn't do the draft, and I've never set a lineup. Like I've never logged in. Like not only have I never set a lineup, I've never logged into that
God
league this
damn
year.
it. That makes me so fucking mad. I'm fucking done. Fuck next year. I'm just gonna sit and twiddle my thumbs and watch the fucking Denver Broncos when they get Aaron Rodgers win the goddamn Super Bowl. That's just gonna
I
be my fucking team.
see. I like that. I like that fantasy league that what's his name? Ryan's got the daily fantasy one. I like that one. I don't do
Yeah.
all that. I don't do that well in it, but I like it. And but I don't know. I like just betting on the games. I do like a buck or two here and there, and just if I get real ritzy, I'll do a $20 bet. If I'm feeling real rich.
Well, good for you, big swinging
Yeah,
dick. You fucking asshole. God damn it.
it's fun. But yeah, I these Monday Tuesday games treated me pretty well. I
It
won
would
those.
be
So.
it would be like if there was betting for just cowboy shit, and you just fucking lost to Tim. That's
Yeah.
that's that's my world right now. That is my
Well,
fucking world right now.
I'm actually. Did you speaking of this? This is a pretty big news story. Like maybe it didn't get um, talked about on like the your normal media circuits, but Pat McAfee signed a sponsorship deal with FanDuel to be to be the exclusive sports book of his show
Good
for
call.
for somewhere in the range of 30 million a year.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I got to figure out a way. I gotta sign up with a sports book that can do like rodeo gambling, and I will do a rodeo betting show
Oh,
every day if I have to.
I'm on board. I want to
I
be a
don't
part of
need
this.
we don't need 30 million a year. Like you give us 30 million over 30 years, we'll be fine.
Oh,
We'll be fine.
and I will crush it or just complain about how I'm not crushing it. which
Right.
which is what fantasy experts do. That's all
Well,
they
and
fucking
and
do.
I think with $1 million a year, I could grow this deal enough to where they could rake in more than $1 million a year of people betting rodeo.
You think? Well, shit. What would
If
you
they're
bet on? I don't even know. Oh, this guy will get 10 seconds.
Well, no, see, it's all like on that deal, it's gonna be more like betting on golf. So like each golfer is gonna be have their set of odds. So and then there's dude that you can bet on anything, literally anything. I won a $10 bet that Cooper Cup was gonna be the first person to score tonight.
On on top of that, too, they're betting on who the next opponent is of Jake Paul. I want what, and fuck Jake Paul, dude. I want him to fucking fight a professional that's either a year or less away from the sport. That's what I want to see. I want to
Yeah,
see him
well,
get fucking rocked.
yeah, no, I like Masvidal's challenge.
Oh
Jorge
my
Masvidal
god.
was like, if you want to come to the UFC, come on, let's do it, and I'll break your fucking jaw in the ring, and he will. Masvidal don't fuck around.
He gonna fuck you up. Masvidal reminds me of my friends in high school. Like they got that total cholo accent going on, and
Oh
you
yeah,
don't fuck with them when they get serious because they will fuck you up.
dude, his nickname is Street Jesus, and also he's the winner of the baddest motherfucker belt in the UFC. They made a belt just for him and Nate Diaz, the baddest motherfucker, the BMF.
Like, I want to go hang out with that dude so bad. I want to go to
Mm,
fucking Chapultepec, downtown
yeah.
Denver, with fucking him and just have a night.
I will. Props to where it belongs. Jake Paul is a giant douchebag, but
Ugh.
that dude can fucking crack. Tyron Woodley is no joke. Like he might not be the best boxer, but that was a one punch knockout, dude. That dude can crack.
I want him. I almost
I
out of
hate him. Don't get me
curiosity.
wrong. I hate
I,
him, but that was a legit knockout, dude.
I just want him to. I want to see him to fight a professional, even like
Yeah.
some shit professional. I just want to see
No,
it.
I was looking forward to seeing what he would do against Tony Fury because that guy's an actual boxer. Woodley's a wrestler,
Yeah,
MMA guy. He was never known as a striker. He had some knockouts, but he was more of a wrestler.
yeah,
Like he was a counter puncher and it was to open up a takedown. Like that's his like he's throwing a combo and then he's changing levels going for a takedown, which is not that's not a thing in boxing. So like you saw him like Jake Paul teed that shot up. Like his fist was down at his hip and Woodley still didn't see it coming and just right in the fucking jaw. Like, I mean, it was it was a really nice shot. Jake Paul's a giant douchebag, but that was a legit knockout. And but yeah, I think you're right. I want to see if he's gonna box. Let's see him fight a real boxer.
Oh yeah,
I think he's earned that. Let's give him a real boxer. He's earned that much. He's shown that he can crack.
Oh, that motherfucker hasn't earned shit. He's a goddamn Instagram star that fucking people watch him on. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm going on such an old man rant. Instagram has got me so fucking fed up. It's amazing how these fucking jackasses who like just say whatever the fuck they want. They're not even particularly that entertaining or funny, but somehow there is like off. A million fucking probably millennial pre or post millennial viewers, and it's amazing that they are generating this much fucking revenue. I'm sorry to get off my lawn moment, but Jesus Christ, just contribute. Like that's not contributing. That's not contributing.
Well, he knocked out a former MMA title holder in 6 rounds. I mean, that's not nothing.
How long did you see how out of shape that motherfucker was?
He took the fight on 18 days rest, dude. Or on 18 days notice, yeah.
He's a fucking menace. Fucking Jake Paul's a goddamn menace. I hope somebody beats his goddamn head in.
No, I want him to go fight Jorge Masvidal because I'm a Masvidal fan.
Yes, I'm
not a
too.
Jake Paul fan, but I like the only reason I didn't bet on Tyron Woodley was because I forgot about it, and then like we were gonna. Well, actually, Derek Lewis was fighting UFC, like a legit fighter, and it was one of those early cards. So I missed that fight, and then we missed something else, and then I was like, well, there's Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley, and I looked at the rest of the card, and I was like, I'm not paying, what was like $60 or whatever just for that fight, and I don't know, it just, I mean, he's obviously attracting some sort of
I know disgusts audience, me to no end.
But I don't know. I honestly I think Dana White ought to just let him have a fight in the UFC. I mean, like let him go out there and actually do change the rules a little bit to where he's not going to get absolutely demolished, but. Let him fight an actual fight. Like if you're gonna fight Tyron Woodley, you need to fight Tyron Woodley MMA. If you're gonna box somebody, box a boxer.
One of the saddest fucking videos I saw of that whole thing was there was this guy who was watching the fight, and there's a professional fight, the undercard going on. These are fucking professionals. Mm-hmm. And he looks around and everybody is not watching because that jagoff is fucking Instagramming some bullshit before his fight. And everybody's focused on him. Not the actual fight going in the ring that they paid for, but fucking the jagoff over here is fucking probably talking about what he had for lunch and how he's going to fucking win the fight. Mm. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm a grouchy old man, Matt. I'm a grouchy fucking old man.
Nobody's beat him yet either, and that's the bad part. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Lydia Deers has become she's become one of our super fans here lately. But yeah, you're right, Lydia. It is a simulation. We are living in a simulation.
Oh, and Lydia, you're so on it, Lydia. You're my favorite fan. Lydia is the number one fan. She's right.
Yeah, Lydia Deers. She's been commenting. She's a regular commenter at this point. So she's Lydia, she's the norm of the Fence Post Politics bar.
Lydia, I appreciate you for listening to our fucking dick and fart jokes. I appreciate you immensely.
She's like Norm, but with way better tits. I'm assuming. I'm assuming.
Oh
shit!
It's Christmas
uh,
season, and I should just be cheerful, but I fucking cannot. I cannot,
well, I don't know. It's been a weird fucking year, but all in all, it's been a good year. I really can't complain that much. Like, we can complain about politics till we're blue in the face, probably until we die. Um, but as far as I don't know, just as the year in general, been some struggles here and there, but overall, it's been pretty damn good for me.
You know what? It's almost I'm regretting going to college
Yeah,
because it like not even from a I definitely have my job because of college, but the things I know and learned are literally just stressing me out every day. Like the giant, like, like we had this conversation the other day because I went to college and high school. I have flashbacks of 1932. I want to be one of these ignorant fuckers that just has no, like, doesn't make that connection. Like,
yeah.
oh, China's about to invade Taiwan. Whatever. I want to. How do I get back to the ignorance? Can I drink myself stupid? Can we do that?
Well, as a man,
Say again.
you can.
Can I? Okay, I'm
Oh,
working on
you
it.
can.
I'm
You
fucking working
can.
on it.
Um,
What are you drinking, McKinley?
I'm on my usual.
Okay.
Old
I'm
buckskins. The
I'm
buckskins
on
never treat you wrong.
I'm on my Johnny Walker red. By the way, love the fucking the sweater again.
I knew you
That's
would.
fucking great.
You know what? I couldn't find my Epstein didn't hang himself or didn't kill himself sweater, but that was my first pick, but I couldn't find it. So anyway, this one's a little more comfortable. It's actually like a nice sweater.
Yeah. You know it'd
Like
be a
it,
great sweater if you had the Epstein didn't hang himself, except you had Hillary Clinton in the background with a little bubble above her
yeah,
head.
yeah. What did you see the back of this sweater?
Oh god, that's so good. That's so fucking good.
Yeah, yeah, it was awesome. I did I overpay? Yeah, a little bit. Was it worth it?
Oh,
Totally.
who the fuck cares if you have that masterpiece hanging off your titties?
I know. So last year is when I bought this, and I was gonna go full on Christmas sweater tuxedo.
Mm-hmm.
They did not have it in my size. I was getting ready to drop 150 on a Christmas sweater tuxedo, and and they either had short and fat or really tall and skinny, and I'm short but not that fat.
So they didn't have a super schmedium.
No, no schmediums.
Uh,
No, they had like Tim or they had like Eric, but like 4 inches shorter.
so they had Tim in like college, not Tim now.
Well, no. Tim now is like he has gone full middle age, hasn't he?
Tim looks like he birthed 5 children and works at the local come and go.
Do you think Tim puts cocoa butter on his stretch marks?
At least the ones on his balls. Oh,
You know,
fuck you, Tim.
it's not so much a stretch mark on the balls. It's a zipper burn
Oh, maybe Tim has a hard time.
from less allowing him out of her purse.
Maybe Tim has a hard time shaving his balls like I do.
Well, that scar tissue will get you. It'll get you.
Never knew my balls could become callous.
Well, I think since we're here, um, let's go over this Christmas Carol that we've put together. Let's not. I don't think we need to sing it just yet, but let's go over what we've
Oh,
got so far, and we can tweak it as we go because this is our show and we can do what the fuck we want. So I got your text here, and we got this is the 12 days of Fence Post Politics Christmas. We've got a Bernie, in a chair. Might have to work on the wording on that. Two Boberts bouncing, two McConnell turtle doves, four bug-eyed shifts, five presidential wet farts. I think we turned that into sharts. Five presidential sharts. Six Ted Cruz corn rolls. Seven Epstein's hanging. Eight Kamala's cackling. Nine Supreme Court justices. Yeah, we'll come back to that one. 10 Tim's Puds, Tiny Tim's Puds. 11 COVID boosters, or do we do variants? That's another one. And then 12 Dick Jost on Feds Post Politics. Yeah. All right. I think
disclaimer in there.
Do something with Bernie and mittens.
I try to fit it in.
I was thinking about that one too, because it makes sense, but when you try to put it in the 12 Days of Christmas song form, it's not really a hit. That beat doesn't hit.
And a commie wearing mittens.
There you go. There you go. All right. Now we're on somewhere. So, a commie wearing mittens.
But then we don't know it's Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Bernie wearing mittens. I don't know. We'll come back to that.
Bernie complaining about capitalism. No.
Two Boberts bouncing. And a Bernie in a
pear tree.
And a Bernie in government issued mittens. There we go.
So what you're saying is this is the tweak show, and then maybe we release the singing as a separate kind of promotional thing.
Yeah, well, it's to drive back to the show how we got to that point.
Got it. Okay.
And you know what?
Don't throw all your eggs in one basket.
We can count on Lydia Dyers listening to it, and that's about it.
Lydia, you're the only reason why I'm going on, Lydia.
We can count on that one. All right, so McConnell turtle doves. Normally, turtle doves goes as two.
I know, but the bouncing bull bears, she only has two boobies.
Yeah, no, but we can always go with more Lauren Boebert, so I was going to go 6 Boeberts bouncing.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, if you got to choose between Ted Cruz corn rolls or bouncing Boeberts, and you got to choose between 2 and 6, I'll take 6 bouncing Boeberts and 2 Ted Cruz corn rolls.
I'd take 6 bouncy boobies any day.
Yeah. All right. So the motion has been made. It's been seconded, and that is passed. Okay. So now if we move McConnell up to 2,
then he could be turtle doves.
Yeah,
because he's a turtle.
We can call it Kentucky Turtle Doves, and everybody that follows politics will know, because McConnell's from Kentucky and he looks like a turtle.
Matt, can I make one request?
Yes.
Give me some McConnell impersonation. Just give me a little bit.
Well, when you're talking about the 12 days of Christmas, I think it's very important to remember that there's a process that we have to follow, and turtle doves are always at 2. It's been rumored that I'm a turtle. That is not true. I can see the comparisons, but and honestly, I'd really like a bipartisan measure on this, and turtle doves should be at 2.
Mr. Mitch, What will you do if Manchin switches parties?
Um, I cannot speak to that as is an ongoing investigation, and the Senate is in good shape.
Man, not only are you hitting the tone, you're definitely hitting what that man, the non-committal
Oh,
that man would do.
he is the ultimate politician.
Mm,
Because first of all, you're like, how the fuck is that guy there?
right?
What did he do to get that position?
Whose dick did he suck?
And you're also like, how does he keep getting elected? He says
He must have the geriatric vote in
oh
Kentucky.
fuck.
That's all
Well,
I gotta say.
and his wife was transportation secretary. She's Chinese, by the way. I don't know if she's like second or third generation or whatever, but she's of Chinese descent, and she's like making a whole bunch of deals through her position as secretary of transportation with the Chinese government. But yet they're giving Joe Biden a bunch of shit about. I mean, rightfully so. Rightfully so, giving Joe Biden shit about working with the Chinese. But the former Senate Majority Leader's wife did the same shit.
On a scale of 1 to Kamala nervous cackling, how surprised were you to see that McConnell's wife was not of Anglo descent? I was shocked. I did not
I
expect
honestly
that at
was,
all.
and you know what? I saw her name before I saw her, and I was still shocked. Her name is like Linda Chow or something like that, and I was still shocked that she was Chinese. Because yeah, Mitch McConnell's a turd.
I'm sorry.
A turtle.
I expected Mitch McConnell to be married to someone from Missouri that looked like Nancy Reagan. That's what I expected.
Well, it's either that or Honey Boo Boo's mom. Like you could see that too.
Right?
Or Kyle Rittenhouse's mom. Same thing.
Because that dude's just got a little tiny pud, and the only
Oh,
thing he could attract with that was some Midwestern white lady, but apparently not.
so since I brought it up, the Rittenhouse's mom is like she's a big old fat woman, like Jabba the Hutt looking woman. But I said it before. Like I'm really glad that Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty on all that. He obviously was not guilty of murder. That's I think that's pretty apparent.
Oh,
But
wow.
God damn it! I wish that guy would go away. Like
You know
he's like
what?
he's making a bunch of like podcast interviews, and God damn it, dude, you're being used by the Republican Party for political gain, and it's disgusting all the way around. And he's playing right into it.
And you know what? He's a young kid.
Yeah,
Like we're
and
all dumbasses.
I don't
But
I don't fault him for that, but like somebody
yeah,
around him should have warned him.
yes. Well, and like like say what you will about the verdict. Beyond that, it's not a good story to be tied to. But
No,
seeing all
no.
these commentators make him into a fucking lion, like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you guys doing? Like, what are you so fucking in your own tribal area that you can't see? Like, maybe this is not the greatest idea to hold this guy as some fucking conquering hero. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah,
yes, it was
that
fucking
that
a
was my
shit.
point the entire time. It's
Yeah,
just like I don't even fault him. At first, I was like, he shouldn't have been there, and I still think that.
yeah.
But you also look at how all that shit played out, and the cops stood down and did nothing while that city got burnt to the ground for a full day, and enough to the point where a business owner was just looking for anybody willing to help him keep it being burnt to the fucking ground
Right.
because the cops didn't do anything, and it was a bad enough that a 17-year-old drove 20 miles, picked up an AR and a med kit, and was like trying to help out. Like, shouldn't have been there. I still say probably shouldn't have been there, but also the cops should have been, and they fucking weren't. So it's hard to fault the kid, but at the same time, you don't need to make him a goddamn hero. And it's my word. It's like, remember when they had that was like a 10-year-old black kid that called himself like the kid president, that was making these YouTube videos and spouting a bunch of conservative talking points. And so, like, he was all over Fox News, and then all of a sudden he turned 13 and decided he's a socialist. Oh, maybe you shouldn't have listened to a fucking 10-year-old. I don't know.
Every time I hear about the Rittenhouse situation, all I can think about is that Johnny Cash song, "Don't Take Your Guns to Town," every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, there shouldn't have been an adult in the room. Like, if my son were to do that and he told me that, like, I would immediately, like, don't take your guns to town. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know. Like I said, I find it hard to fault the kid. I wouldn't have been there, but I know I wouldn't have been there because my folks would have been like, "Fuck no, you're not going anywhere near there." And it just, I don't know. But it's playing out exactly like I said it was going to. He's going to be the David Hogg of the right wing. And people are going to come to him for his opinions on things, even though the only thing he's ever experienced in his life was that fucked up situation.
Right.
And
he don't know shit.
Exactly. And so he's going to spout off his opinion on other stuff because they're going to ask him about it. And pretty soon he's going to be 20, and he's going to be forgotten until his girlfriend breaks up with him, and the media will latch on to that. And that, I'm just like, man, that poor kid. Like, just shut the fuck up for a year. Disappear for a year. You won, kid. Like do your lawsuits, because you got some money coming. I'm pretty sure you got some money coming in those lawsuits. Do that and stay the fuck out of the limelight. Go away. Go be a kid. Go be a kid.
His mom looks like, have you ever seen Poltergeist?
Yeah.
His mom looks like the psychic. Light, don't go into the light. This house is clear.
So there was an article I sent you, I think it was last week, about how Nancy Pelosi is not in favor of barring members of Congress or staffers from trading stocks.
Because it's a free capitalistic society, Matt McKinley.
We have a free market economy, and those Congress people should be allowed to participate in it. God damn it.
Let's see. I remember you sending it. Yes. Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up here, because it.
Oh yes, it's good. We finally started to send shit between text message, and now I remember what I wanted to talk about.
Perfect. Yeah. So this comes on the heels of. Well, let's be honest, centuries of congressional insider trading. You know, insider trading is 100% illegal unless you're a member of Congress.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're a member of Congress, then it's 100% legal. And there is a slew of members of Congress on both parties, Republican and Democrat, who made money hand over fist or avoided losing money hand over fist during this COVID pandemic simply from using insider information. And it's 100% documented. And Nancy Pelosi was asked about this here. This was from the 15th. I'll put it up on the screen.
I think my favorite part about the article is the picture of Nancy Pelosi with her hands up, like, "Fuck it, what did I do?"
I'm not a crook.
Not a
So,
crook.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, that's a Nixon reference for anybody who doesn't get that. Nancy Pelosi opposes banning Congress members from owning individual stocks. We're a free market economy. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi scoffed Wednesday at the idea of banning congressional lawmakers and their spouses from owning. Oh, they're not even going after the staffers. They're just going after lawmakers and their spouses from owning
Mm-hmm.
individual or owning shares of individual companies, despite possibilities for conflicts of interest between their legislative duties and personal finances. Possibilities of conflicts of interest. No, 100% concrete conflicts of interests, you motherfuckers. All right, so no, Pelosi, a Democrat from California, told reporters at a news conference where she was asked whether she would support such a prohibition. We're a free market economy, she said. They should be able to participate in that. Pelosi's dismissal of the idea of a stock purchase ban came in response to a question about a Business Insider investigative report this week on a share of ownership by lawmakers. Let me see if I can find because that article went really in depth. So let me know what you think.
Here's a little suggestion. Let me see if you can find any flaws in it, which you probably will. Why couldn't you pass something that says if you're in office, any stocks that you have, you can't have any communication with your stockbroker, any stock, like nothing. If you are found to have communicated with any of those people, 10 years in prison immediately.
No, I'm in favor of an outright ban. Like, fuck this blind trust bullshit. If you are seeking a position of power, you should not be allowed to make any money other than what you're being paid by the taxpayer. Because outside of that is a conflict of interest.
You know what? You've won me. I'm on board with that. They get paid enough.
Well, honestly, you not only they get paid, but like they get a certain allocation of money for staffing and all that bullshit. Like they get plenty. They get a housing stipend and they're fine. They're fine. They already have enough there. You look at every member of Congress minus like a handful, say AOC and the squad and a handful of others. Every one of those motherfuckers are already millionaires when they get elected. They're fine. They don't need any more money. The only money they can make while they are serving the public should be money from the fucking public.
You know what? You won me. You won me. You're right.
Yep. If you're going to have that much power over the economy, you should not reap any benefits from it.
You won me. Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, so this is 52 members of Congress have violated a law designed to stop insider trading and prevent conflicts of interest. So this is Business Insider. Pop it up right now.
Are we actually talking about politics on Fence Post? They haven't even made a dick joke yet.
Oh, we've made plenty of dick jokes.
Have we?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, as long as you're keeping score.
Yeah, well, this episode is brought to you by Viagra. Remember when your dick used to work? So does Viagra.
Still trap mind? Pussy trapper dick. Viagra.
Remember when your wife was hot? Viagra remembers.
Are you bored?
Insiders and several other news organizations have this year identified 52 members of Congress who failed to properly report their financial trade as mandated by the Stop Trading on Congressional Knowledge Act of 2012, also known as the Stock Act. They love their fucking, what do they call those things? God, not anagram. What do they call
Soliloquy.
it?
I don't know.
Acronym.
Acronym. There you go.
Yeah. God, no, thanks. I don't. All right. Congress passed a law in 2012 to combat insider trading and conflicts of interest among their own members. If you remember, 2012, that was 4 short years after the biggest economic collapse since the Great Depression, which was spurred on by policies that were set in place by Congress, which allowed banks to loan out money to basically everyone, and they were
Dodd-Frank.
and they were guaranteed by the federal government, and therefore, when those loans became insolvent and the banks could no longer pay for them, me and you and everybody else that pays taxes in the United States of America bailed out several multi-billion-dollar banks because they were too big to fail, even though they made the worst financial decisions possibly of all time.
Barney Frank, that fucking fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
Barney Frank is probably one of the most policy-wise disgusting individuals. I mean, and he was just holier than thou. He's still a piece of shit, I'm sure.
Yeah. So anyway, so it was passed a law in 2012 to combat insider trading and conflicts of interest among its own members and force lawmakers to become more transparent about their personal financial dealings. A key provision of the law mandates that lawmakers publicly and quickly disclose any stock trade made by themselves, a spouse, or a dependent child. But many members of Congress have not fully complied with the law. They offer excuses, including ignorance of the law, which, if you've been before a judge ever in your life, is no defense, they say. Clerical errors, also, that's probably no defense. And mistakes by an accountant. Insider is chronicled as widespread. Let's see. There's all right. So while lawmakers who violate the Stock Act face a fine, the penalty is usually small. $200 is a standard amount. By the way, I think if a normal average citizen violates that particular deal, it's a felony, if I remember right. But for members of Congress, it's standard amount is $200. Ethics watchdogs and even some members of Congress called for stricter penalties. Here are the lawmakers who have violated the Stock Act to one extent or another during 2021. This is just this year. So Dianne Feinstein.
Oh, let me guess, the two jackoffs that were running for Georgia election.
Oh, probably so. But Feinstein, she's the ranking member from California. How old is she? Like 107?
Fucking. If there's ever a case for term limits, that woman fulfills it.
Mm-hmm. So Feinstein was months late in disclosing a 5-figure investment her husband made into a private youth-focused polling company. A polling company. Imagine that, a member of Congress, a senator whose husband is making at least a $10,000 investment into a company that does polling. The only company that really uses polling on an extensive level is the government. God damn it. Tommy Tuberville, former football coach, now senator from Alabama, Republican, big-time Trump guy. Tuberville was weeks or months late in disclosing nearly 130 separate stock trades. Yeah, Roger Marshall, a Republican from Kansas, Tea Party guy. I actually have met this guy in person.
I thought the Tea Party was above sin. Is that not true?
No, apparently not. Roger Marshall was up to 17 months late disclosing stock trades from one of his dependent children. 17 17 months. Rand Paul,
Oh,
Republican
Rand,
from
you piece of
Kentucky.
shit. Fuck you, Rand.
16 months late in disclosing that his wife bought stock in a biopharmaceutical company that
Oh,
manufactures antiviral COVID 19
oh,
treatment.
oh, no.
Rand
The
Paul, that's a very smart business move, but you're a sitting senator, which makes you a
the
giant piece of shit. God
the
damn it.
the king is not shining on the hill of
Well,
libertarianism.
and
Oh,
as
Kelly,
you can see right here, I'm a consistent motherfucker. Uh,
is his
God damn it,
libertarian
Rand.
is his
Um, y-
libertarian card revoked?
it's getting real close. Getting real close. I can't fault him for a sound business decision, but as a guy who stands on principle,
Mm,
your wife should probably have no stock holdings, Senator Rand Paul.
mm,
So yeah,
that's a mystery.
that's a problem there, buddy. Mark Kelly,
This
Democrat
is
from Arizona. This guy's a piece of shit. I've never liked this guy.
this guy fucking is such a media
He's a
whore,
whore.
for a lack of a better term.
Hmm.
But yet he tries to sit on that hill like his morals are above everybody else, especially when it
Well,
comes to guns.
and the only thing that he has that he can speak on is that his wife got shot. That is honestly
That's it.
he's an astronaut and his wife got shot. That's it. Um, Kelly, a retired astronaut, failed to disclose on his timeline his exercising of a stock shop option and investment in a company that's developing a supersonic passenger aircraft. Oh, so you worked for NASA and now you've got investments on a experimental aircraft. That's shocking.
So
Shocking.
then, side question: like, let's say he wasn't a congressperson, but just worked for NASA.
Hmm.
How could he not make informed decisions about anything in the aerospace technology without prior knowledge? Would he just be, in your mind, would he just be banned from all stocks considering like aerospace stuff? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not trying to
No,
get you in a
I
gotcha moment. It's like a legit, honest question,
no, I don't think he should be banned from it. But I don't think like you're gonna have to wait.
right?
Yeah, like you're at the very least you're gonna have to make a press conference. You know, at some time before you make your stock purchases because otherwise the public doesn't have knowledge to that and that under the law that is illegal. So like even if you're working for NASA and you're not an elected official, like you shouldn't like no they would prosecute him if he was simply working for NASA and not an elected official. He would have probably have criminal charges brought up against him.
Right?
But because he's elected, that goes away.
Oh,
Goes away.
Cynthia Loomis. I've met this
Cynthia,
woman. She
yeah,
is she
I've
is
never met
really
her,
she is
but
such a nice lady.
I've
She
heard
really
really.
is.
They're trying to get her on Bitcoin. You
Oh,
motherfuckers.
fuck you. Then all right, Cynthia Loomis, you're still a sweetheart. Fuck you,
She's
insider.
she was several days late,
Oh, fuck
days
you then. Fuck them
reporting
then.
a purchase in August of up to $100,000 in Bitcoin. No, fuck off. Fuck off. Yeah,
All right, so
Cynthia Loomis, you're still cool.
okay,
We still love Cynthia Loomis.
my Christmas spirit is really down, and if Cynthia Lewis or Loomis was on that list, legitimately, I think it would have destroyed me, my
Yeah,
soul.
I'm back in I'm back in on Cynthia Loomis, and that is not a sexual joke. She's an old lady.
Oh, she's so
Um,
nice though. She was when she came to town, so she came to meet one of my candidates that was running for Congress.
mm-hmm.
She talked to every single political operative that was under Ryan, which some of them did, some of them didn't, but she was by far the nicest. She was respectful. She appreciated everything that we fucking did. My candidate, he was great. He appreciated us too, but she was the best. She was so nice.
Yeah.
McCarthy, little too big dick for me, but you know.
Oh, McCarthy's just a politician.
He is. He is.
Yeah. All right. So now we got Tom Malinowski, a Democrat from New Jersey. You know,
Oh, New Jersey.
He's tied up with the mob somehow. He's getting the gabagoo on the down low. He he failed to disclose dozens of stock trades made during 2020 and early 2021, doing so only after questions from Insider, independent of the Independent Office of Congressional Ethics, in part citing Insider's reporting, found substantial reason to believe that Malinowski violated federal rules or laws designed to promote transparency and defend against conflicts. It voted 5-1 to refer its finding to the Democrat-led House Committee on Ethics, which will not do anything. It confirmed on October 21st that we'll continue reviewing the matter, which means they will review it until people forget about it, and then it will just go away.
Honestly, that was my next fucking question. With all these fucking people, some of them have like blatantly big violations. Mm-hmm. But like, what's gonna fucking happen?
You know, that's what I call my dick, is a blatantly big violation.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, that's what I call it. It doesn't have to be true. That's just what I call it. It's a nickname. But yeah, old blatantly big violation down there. You know, he's getting after it. Who we got next? We got
a Republican from Texas. Shocking.
Pat Fallon. Representative Pat Fallon, Republican from Texas, was months late disclosing dozens of stock trades during an early and mid-20 that are worth as much as $17.53 million. So that's a pretty big one. That's
where's the chick from Georgia? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
she's
sure
on here
because of
she's
Trump.
On here. I know she
because
is.
Trump told everybody not to vote. And her with her shady stock bullshit. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why we don't have senators, Republican senators from Georgia, and most of the reason why we have all the shit being pushed down their throat.
Well, that's a part of it, but there's been
that's the reason why we have to rely on Joe Manchin to save us from bad bills.
Well, there was a lot of shit being pushed down our throat when Trump was still in office too. So
very true.
Yeah. Like, by the way, all these Democratic governors that have run wild over the pandemic, they're allowed to do that because Trump passed the state of emergency. So just remember that Trump's also partially, if not largely, responsible for this whole shit show. Diana Harshberger, Republican from Texas, failed to properly Tennessee, failed to properly disclose more than 700 stock trades. 700 that are like that. That's not like 700 individual shares. That's 700 trades. And I
10.9 million.
Yeah, so I guarantee you she did not trade 700 single stocks equaling $10.9 million. Guarantee. Representative Susie Lee, I'm guessing she's Vegas, of Nevada. She failed to properly disclose more than 200 stock trades, worth as much as $3.3 million. Not as bad as the Republican, but that's still pretty good.
Chump change.
Catherine Clark, Democrat from Massachusetts, several weeks late in disclosing 19 of her husband's stock trades, 285,000. Chump change. Blake Moore, Republican, Texas, did not properly disclose dozens of stock and stock options trade. Oh, so stock options. So he is deep, worth as worth as much as 1.1 million.
Man, you
Late,
Texans are really laying this on thick.
yeah, late again disclosing trades made in August, which once again, Blake Moore's from Utah. What? Wait, it says Texas, and this one says Utah. Is he Texas or Utah? Look that
Well,
up.
he's a rep of Texas.
Well,
What's his
but
name?
this
Dick Nose. What's his name?
Blake Moore with two O's and an E.
Okay. So
Um,
Blake Moore, Blake David Moore is an American politician and former diplomat from the state of Utah.
Utah. Okay.
He is the
So,
U.S. representative of Utah. So did like the article get it wrong?
yeah, yeah. So the little sub headline says a Republican from Texas, but then the caption on his picture says Republican from Utah.
Journalism.
Yeah. Either way, 1.1 million, and he was late again disclosing trades made in August. So he's active. Probably, if I was going to guess, from Utah, he's making trades in Chick-fil-A and Coca-Cola.
Speaking of, I got to bring this up. So I had a grandmother and grandfather who were Mormon, and they refused to drink any caffeine or
Except
any
Coca-Cola.
Oh man, they had Coca-Cola in their house, and I brought that up one time, and you thought I would have I just kicked their dog, bringing up that really small hypocrisy. You thought I kicked their dog.
Hey, Brother Brigham said Coca-Cola is okay. You godless Lamanite.
It's God's Coca-Cola. It's God's Coca-Cola.
You're just a fucking Gentile and you wouldn't get it. God damn it.
I'm part of the heathen class.
Yes, you are a Gentile. You are a Lamanite, and you are unclean. Representative Mikey Sherrill, Democrat from New Jersey. What do you think about her? She's got like what's the chick from Sex and the City?
Oh, she's totally Samantha.
Horseface. What's her name?
Samantha.
Yeah, but what's her actual name?
Oh fuck.
I know. Matthew Broderick's wife.
That poor man.
I just remember that because once again, South Park is spot on. Matthew Broderick. What do you think of this situation? And also, why is there a transvestite donkey witch standing next to you, and why is it talking? Or why is it wearing a dress? That's what they said.
I was totally wrong. It's not Samantha. It's Carrie Bradshaw.
Carrie Bradshaw.
Actress who played her was Sarah Jessica Parker. By the way,
right. I knew she was a three-namer.
There's a new Sex in the City coming out. Let's do a watch party, shall we?
We could. We definitely could.
We should.
That'll be our first Fence Post Politics of 2022.
Just to start on a good note, let's have some fun.
All right, so you work for a public school district, so you're free next week, right? For the most part.
Oh yes, I'm off. Technically, starting. I took. This is crazy. I know it's like complaining state employee fucking complaint.
You're just throwing first world problems at us right now.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah,
How rude were they? They had us working Monday and Tuesday, and then off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then had us working again on Monday and Tuesday. So I had to fucking spend some of my personal vacation because they couldn't give us 2 weeks off. Oh, the Greek tragedy.
You know what? I would sue somebody. Cheryl was months late disclosing 2 sales of vested stock her husband earned as part of his employment. The trades were worth up to $350,000, and Cheryl paid a $400 late fee. So she paid a 100th of 1%. 100th of 1% late fee.
Oh, this next one. I thought it said Mel Brooks. I was like, oh no, not Mel.
No. Mo Brooks,
Mo
Republican from
Brooks. There you go.
Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Row Tide. Yeah, they've got Mo Brooks and Tommy Tuberville. I guess Mo Brooks is he's a rep. So who's the other Alabama senator? It's Tommy Tuberville and
Apparently, in Alabama, the way you win office is to be a part of the Tide program.
uh War Eagle will never hold office in Alabama. Never.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Poison that tree again.
Oh, Mo Brooks, who is running for U.S. Senate, failed to properly disclose a sale of Pfizer stock worth of up to $50,000. I bet you Mo Brooks has discouraged people from taking the Pfizer vaccine. Has he?
Let me do some research.
Let's do some research on that. But because on one hand, he's probably telling people that vaccine's no good, but at the same time, he's making money off it. Dan Crenshaw, this guy's I really don't like this guy.
Oh, I thought this was the people's champ. Is he not?
No, he's another John McCain. Dan Crenshaw was months late disclosing several stock trades he made in early days of the COVID pandemic, the Daily Beast reported. Let's see what they reported, because they're not... That's the only one they didn't give numbers on. Let's see. Dan Crenshaw decided pandemic was perfect time to buy and not disclose stocks. Did not buy or sell any stocks in his first 13 months as a congressman, so he held strong. That changed in March 2020 when he made a half dozen buys as the largest economic release package in history was written and debated. By the way, people forget that about 40 to 50% of all the U.S. dollars that were ever created were created in the last year and a half or so. Most of that being when Donald Trump was president, which has led to the largest amount of inflation since 1982. So thank you, Donald Trump and the Republican Party, for that.
So I have some Mo Brooks news.
Okay, let's hear Mo Brooks.
I'll just read the headline. Congressman Mo Brooks, and this is from his website, introduces bill to end vaccine mandates.
Okay.
There's another one. Congressman Mo Brooks sent letter to CDC urging more exceptions for vaccine mandates. So yeah.
His public face is saying, I don't like these damn vaccine mandates. But he's also going to go ahead and vote for the stuff that tells you to go ahead and get a vaccine. Because
I'm
he
buying
owns
into the
Pfizer stock.
I'm buying into the vaccine. Having said that, you shouldn't be forced to have the vaccine. Very libertarian, if I say.
I think that's about as libertarian as you get. And right. and I think this is about as consistent as you get. I also heard, and this comes from Glenn Beck, who I consider a pretty knowledgeable source on things. Like he might have some crazy ideas, but like, would you say that Glenn Beck is pretty informed on the state of politics?
I didn't even know Glenn Beck was still alive.
Well, he is. He still looks like Colonel Sanders.
He's got that perfect white hair too.
I know. He is. He looks like if the Mormon Church had started KFC instead of Chick-fil-A. But anyway, he was talking about.
He looks like a youth pastor.
Yeah, but not a cool one.
No, a real touchy one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not touchy in a creepy way, but like
No, it's
touchy angry.
touchy angry.
Yeah, yeah, like
So,
don't push his buttons. Not he's pushing your buttons. I don't think
so
I don't think I just want to say I don't think Glenn Beck is a pedophile. I think he's a weird guy with that likes to portray himself as way older than he is. I don't think he's a creep.
so do you
Not that
think
type of
his
touchy.
niece and nephew call him Uncle Touchy?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he allows his niece and nephew to speak in his presence.
Or eye contact?
Well, yeah, because children are meant to be seen at times but never heard.
Never heard.
Never heard. Only seen when it's appropriate, and it's never appropriate. So
Uncle Touchy's
Um,
play box room.
but anyhow, he was asked. I was listening to an interview with him, and he was asked like what was his criticisms of Ron Paul, and I thought it was a very, very like I didn't realize about this is Ron Paul when they were debating a bill would put in a bunch of pork for the state of Texas.
Oh, totally believe that.
And then vote no on the same bill, but knowing that it would pass. And so I was like, I never thought about that. So this is me being consistent. That's fucked up, and Ron Paul shouldn't have done that.
That is so.
That's playing politics.
That is such a Paul thing to do.
That
if you gave me that story and said, "Hey, who would do this shit?" One of the Pauls.
See, I wouldn't have picked the Pauls. I would have picked somebody like Paul Ryan or something like that.
Oh, how dare you! How dare you, kind sir?
Paul Ryan did that many times.
I know.
But I would have picked somebody like that. I wouldn't have said Ron Paul. And then I heard it, and then I looked it up, and it was true. I still think Ron Paul is one of the most important politicians of our lifetime, but that was very inconsistent, and I cannot condone that.
Would you say it wasn't prudent at that juncture?
It was not prudent at that juncture or any juncture, and that would make you a hypocrite. And please don't do that again, Ron Paul.
Yeah, fuck you, Ron Paul.
Please don't do that again.
You see that? Do you feel that, McKinley? Do you feel that feeling that's in your little pud?
That I hate politicians. I've felt that for a long time.
It's that slow burning that maybe just come on over to the hatred of the Pauls. Your libertarian is dying as we speak.
No, I don't think that's the case. It's when you've seen the measures that the government has taken over the last 2 years, it is really hard not to become a little bit more libertarian. Jesus Christ, they have went gangbusters on authoritarianism.
Every time I agree with you on that subject, my fucking warhawk in me just dies a little bit more. I'm essentially Margaret Thatcher at this point. You've dwindled me down to that fucking stature.
That's a good pull. That's a good pull there.
You know what? And
not many people will get it, but I appreciate it.
I hope just one. Lydia, please get that joke. I can go on living.
She's way too young. Not a chance.
Oh, damn it. All right, do some research, Lydia. Get that joke. Do some research, and then you'll get that joke.
Yeah. She put us on her story the other day when we mentioned her.
God bless you.
I know it. Yeah, so we appreciate you, Lydia. Let's see, what else did I have on my list?
Can I bring up one that I went over?
Go ahead.
So the one that really fucking pissed me off, I think I sent it to you last week. Where are you at, Matt McKinley? Nope. So the one that really fucking pissed me off, let me just read this little doozy of an article. Wyndon blocks advancing Uyghur bill, Biden nominees over child tax credit.
All right, so this is Ron Wyden. He's
Wyden.
Yeah, he's out of Oregon, and he's one of the honestly, he's one of the better Democratic senators. Like, he's not great. I'm not saying he's good.
Fuck, this
But
article fucking destroys him, then.
yeah. So tell me what this. I read, but it's been a week, so I don't remember what it was. But I know it was something over the Uyghurs in China.
So Senator Ron White, Democrat of Oregon, on Wednesday blocked a bipartisan effort. I'm sorry, how many fucking articles on legislation start with blocked a bipartisan effort? Not many. So this fucking he might as well be lit. He might as well become a Paul immediately. Wednesday blocked a bipartisan effort to pass legislation aimed at countering China's genocide against Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang and confirmed key Biden administration's national security nominees in an effort to extend expiring child tax credit. So not only did this motherfucker fuck his own party trying to do something, he fucked the other party trying to do something. The Oregon lawmaker sought to pass an amendment to extend for 1 year a child tax credit that expires on January 1st by attaching it to another offer by Republicans and Democrats to pass a unanimous consent legislation on China and confirmation of nominees. So when they talk about obstructionists, this is the definition of fucking obstructionist. But it's amazing that the media didn't cover this because they're all about calling out obstructionists. And this motherfucker is a prime example of obstructionists. The Oregon lawmaker sought to pass an amendment to extend for 1 year child tax credit that expires on January 1st by attaching it to an offer by Republicans. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So that one got me a little miffed because he's just it's a pissing match for him.
Maybe. But what did this like what was it like a symbolic calling out the Chinese government, or was it like actual like taking action against the Chinese government?
So it was a little bit half-assed, I'll give you that.
Okay.
But it essentially said that no products coming from that region could be sold in the United States. I, on the other hand, want to take it all the way and say, you know what, fuck it. We're not doing any Chinese business here until they fucking get their shit together. So
see, I would be fine with gesture. That.
Oh yeah. It was a little gesture, but basically just to piss on it. I mean, he basically fucking pissed on it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna come at you, devil's advocate, and just say what I like, how I see it. If this was just a symbolic deal, I don't necessarily agree with holding it up, but at the same time, the child tax credit is possibly one of the things that helps more Americans than anything else. And the fact that the Republicans can't get back on board with giving Americans their own money back is a problem as well.
Here, I'll throw a little monkey wrench in your shit. As you know, maybe the listeners don't know, me and my wife make a very good living. We we make a very good living. Something that, like, we should not get any credit for anything. Honestly speaking. Yeah. We get that child tax credit. Every month we get $500. Like, I get your argument, but when you're giving, and you know what? Like, we put it to file down debt. We also gave some to the most of it to the church. But like, let's be real. People who make over 150 in their household together should not be receiving this fucking credit. They shouldn't.
Well, I agree with that 100%. 100%. But I don't agree with taking it away just because a bunch of rich people, like, you're going to punish a few rich people but at the same time, you're going to punish the vast majority of the working class by taking away.
And see, and I think,
And it's their fucking money.
but I think the major sticking point, at least from Republicans, is they're on board with helping the lower income families. What they're not on board is helping families with our income, right? I think that's a huge sticking point for them, which is a sticking point for me.
I think you're right, but I think they're letting the perfect get in the way of the good. I think it's a good thing all the way around that you get to keep more of your own fucking money regardless of how rich you are.
And now this is coming from a place where I've always stated this. If you tax me to fund Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, right? Mm-hmm. I want you to tax me. But the only caveat is if I pay, you better end that shit, at least for people like me to take benefits from it.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of that situation. Like, you guys they're wasting so much money. I mean, shit, they think it's going to be trickle down economics. My family's going to take it and they think we're going to spend. No, what we did was we donated to the church and we're fucking paying down debt. Like, that's not doing shit. That is literally not. I get the lower income. I get the lower income argument because they are actually spending on what they need. But me, my family, no. You know?
No, so. And I understand that completely. But as we said, this whole Uyghur deal was simply symbolic. It didn't actually it didn't do anything to help the Uyghurs. But this whole child tax credit actually does help Americans. So I'm not even playing devil's advocate anymore. I get your point, but I gotta say Ron Wyden, maybe he could have picked a different avenue to hold up.
Absolutely.
But I think the point that he's standing on is a very good point to stand on. Maybe the optics are a little bad, but what he's overall, I don't know. I'm on Ron Wyden's side with that, just because that child tax credit. I'm on the same boat as you. We get it. We don't need it, but it's nice that it's still some of my money back that I don't have to let these fucking idiots waste.
You know what? I'll get on his side if he ever sponsored any bills to condemn China. Get back on his side if he had that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I've actually followed Ron Wyden a little bit. Because he's typically one of the Democrats that will side with Ron Paul or with Rand Paul. Like,
there it is.
Well, hear me out though.
Okay, I'll hear you.
Rand Paul stood up and did a 13-hour filibuster over Fourth Amendment violations by the National Security Agency, which people still know happened. They'll talk about it. We talk about it all the time. We'll say, "Hey, Mr. NSA agent, remember, we're just making jokes here." But yeah, that's what Rand Paul did his filibuster over, was the Fourth fucking Amendment, the right to be secure in your persons from unreasonable and illegal search and seizure. And Ron Wyden was one of the guys that helped him in his filibuster. So it's shit like that you got to pay attention to. And while I don't necessarily agree with Ron Wyden's timing or what he decided to hold up, because I do think even a symbolic vote against China and the Uyghurs, which look a little bit more into that Uyghur situation, and we have a lot more. We got way more of a hand into that situation than you would realize. With Afghanistan.
Fucking Afghanistan. That was another thing that fucking depressed me.
Well, a lot of those Uyghurs that are getting imprisoned in China are coming from Afghanistan.
Oh
So
fuck, are they really?
yeah, yeah. But
Jesus, talk about a.
they have been for a while.
Oh
Uh,
god, that's so fucking like talk about a more cursed. Like, and I'm not talking about the terrorists
th-
that come from that nation, but talking about you can't. There is not a more cursed
it is literally
population.
the asshole of the world.
Oh
Not
god, I feel
not
so
talking
fucking
bad
bad.
about like we got to not talking bad about the people that live there, but it literally is the asshole of the world.
Oh,
It is the crossroads of Persia, Asia, Russia, Europe, and the Middle East.
like what did those people do to deserve like what did those people do to deserve that losing lottery ticket?
What was it, Cain or Abel that actually killed the which one was triumphant there? Was it
Oh,
Abel did the killing, or was
I
it
don't know.
Cain
I
that?
I think Kane did because Kane is more prominent in my mind.
All right, so
Let
like
me do some research.
when he went and hid out, he went and hid out in Afghanistan, probably right there in Kandahar. He just lost himself in the middle of Kandahar.
Oh no, God, those poor fucking people. And
I
then
know it.
I saw a report today that I don't know, like the adjectives they used. I'll just explain it like a layman. Apparently, like there is just the worst humanitarian crisis there because no food's getting in. Every all the regular Afghanistan kind of bureaucrats that were running things are no longer running things. So it's just Wild West.
Oh, oh yeah. Well, and then um, how much have you ever research you ever done on the Yemen war?
Minimal, but I know where you're going.
It's awful, dude. Like that's been at one point. I don't know if it's still the case, but for a while it was the largest outbreak of cholera like
Jesus.
like in modern history.
So
And it's
on the
basically a civil war uh, being waged by Saudi Arabia, and we are helping them, and
yes, we are.
and the people that are bombing them, like their children are shitting in themselves to death.
So Kane was the one who did the murdering. So
Okay, yes,
Kane was the exile.
Kane's the one that established Kabul.
Yes, Kane
Yeah.
was the Clintons of the biblical era.
Well, except not Bill Clinton. What was his brother's name?
Billy.
Billy.
No,
Um,
no, you're thinking of Carter. Billy
no.
Carter.
Well, there's Billy Carter, but what was Clinton's brother's name?
I don't know. I didn't even know Billy.
I thought he had a brother that was even funner to party with than Bill.
I thought you know Bill was the fuck up, but apparently not.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but we're gonna do some research on it, and if you'd like to hear it, you just
Roger
head
Clint. Oh,
Roger Clinton. That's right,
so,
Raj. Oh, Raj.
so I pulled up Bill Clinton brother, and it has Roger Clinton, and his picture is a mugshot. So,
Perfect.
so
Perfect. And if you'd like to hear the rest of what we got to say, uh, head over to patreon.com
oh,
slash burning daylight for more. But for the rest of you fucks, we're out. So
well, and
sign
if
us off. Sign us off, buddy.
well, if you would like to hear about Roger Clinton and what he's doing and what his profession is, please come over. Move your ass, because we're burning daylight. Burning the shit out of it.
Bam.
Oh man, that
Uh,
mug. Let me show you this. I'll send you over the mugshot, and then you go take.